I have a message for a couple of different groups of people. One is for the friends of people who are in a domestic violence relationship, and the other group is the people who are victims of domestic violence. The reason I'm sharing this is because I've been a victim myself of domestic violence, and I am pretty open and share on my Facebook page about my situation and all of that. And I've had people tell me that hearing my story gives them hope and is inspiring. So I thought that I would share with everybody just a few thoughts on the subject. So to the group who are friends with people suffering from domestic violence, just know that that person needs to feel supported. Obviously, well, if you know what's going on, then it's going to be hard to see. And I mean, in my personal experience, I had friends bail out on me because it was hard for them to watch everything that was happening, which I can understand. But what we really need is people to be there and just be supportive and, give us some ideas, help us out, or, just be there. But we don't need people to just leave us and abandon us. If you've never been in the situation, then it's really hard for you to understand. But you might say, why did she stay? Why didn't she just leave? There's so many reasons. It could be financial reasons, guilt of if you have children, you don't want to take them away from their father, or mother if it's reverse situation. But maybe you're alone. I know a lot of times abusers try to get the victim away from all their friends and family, so they're in a situation alone. What else? Maybe they have a low self-esteem because, normally the abuser will tell the victim that they aren't good enough. You're not going to get anybody better than me. You'll never survive without me. You can't do anything better than me. And you just, sometimes believe them. But it's scary. Like, sometimes you stay because of fear. There's just so many reasons. And it's just scary. But I'd like to tell the victims that there's hope and there is a way out. You just have to make the choice. I left my ex, many times before I'd finally made the decision to leave for good. And the last time I left, I remember one of my best friends asking me when I was going back. And, that was a fair question, but I looked at her that day and I said, I don't think I am. I think I'm done. And she said, you know what? I believe you this time. For some reason, she goes, I don't know why, but I believe you. And she knew that I wasn't going back. And it's the same friend who gave me a really, really good piece of advice about a year before I left him. And she said, just start collecting things like pictures, birth certificates, homemade things that the kids made, artwork or whatever, social security cards, any kind of important documents or whatever, just a little bit at a time, one by one, and put them in your car in just a little tub in the back. And, eventually one day when you're ready to leave, then you have all that stuff there and you don't have to worry about whether or not you forgot it. Because usually if you're going to leave, it's going to be in a hurry. And she was right. So when the day came, I had, the important things that I couldn't replace and, things that I could replace. I could get another birth certificate, but I took those because, it was just something I knew was going to be important. But, the first step is the hardest, I promise, and it gets better. it gets better, I promise. You're gonna eventually, once you finally get out of that situation, you're gonna realize you should have done it a long time ago, and you can live again, and there is life after that. You're probably never gonna be the same, because PTSD is something real, and it changes how you have a relationship and pretty much takes away the ability to have a normal relationship. So your next partner, and probably every partner after that, is gonna suffer the consequences, and hopefully you'll find the right person that will stick with you and help you mend yourself back together. But it's hard. PTSD is real, and you have these triggers that you don't even know like where they came from. They just happen, and you don't even know what it is really at first. You just feel bad after certain things, and eventually you'll figure out what those things are. For me, it's been 4 years, and I'm just learning really what my triggers are. But it'll be different for everyone, but counseling helps. I just started, so I guess it's helping, but they're giving me ideas on how to cope with the symptoms of PTSD. So I guess if it wasn't for counseling, I wouldn't have those tools. So there is things you can do. So I recommend everyone just obviously after you leave the situation, go get help. And just if you have any questions, you can message me, comment, subscribe to our channel. If it's something you want to hear more about, you can ask about it. You can look me up on Facebook, or just I'll be glad to help however I can. But there's help out there, and there's life afterwards. So you can do it. Thanks for listening.